Hey COBOL enthusiasts, welcome back to my channel. If you are looking to dive into a practical side of COBOL and see it in action in a real world scenario, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we going to do something super exciting and highly relevant to everyday life. We are going to build a COBOL program that calculates equal monthly installment or EMI specifically for a reducing term loan plan. So, what's the purpose of today's episode? Firstly, is to demonstrate COBOL's power in real-world business application. Financial institutions, banks, and large enterprises still rely heavily on COBOL for this exact type of calculations. Understanding this shows you how vital COBOL still is. And secondly, to walk you through the logic of reducing term loan calculation. We will break down the EMI formula, understand how interest is calculated on a diminishing principle, and then translate that into COBOL code. Now open your Ubuntu and let's go back to the directory of COBOL. Yep, and I've already created the program, so let's run first and then I will walk through the program. The program name is RTL, stand for Reducing Term Loan Program. So here we say how much loan amount, let's say 100,000. And what is interest rate? Maybe 6%. And period is 5 years. So the program will calculate the equal monthly installment is 1933.28. So we're going to see how we're going to write the program to perform this application. Okay, I will open the program. So nano rtl.cob. Okay, remember we talked about picture clause. Yeah, this is where you define all your variables. Yep, and then we have the display and accept statement and compute statement. So based on the last episode, we're still using the same COBOL statement. So in here we have all the working storage, loan amount, interest rate, loan years, and loan in months, and exponent. Yep. And for the purpose of this calculation, to ensure we have the accurate calculation, we will use at least up to 8 decimal point. Okay. So the formula to calculate EMI is the principal multiplied by the monthly interest rate, and this is the exponent. Yeah, 1 plus the interest rate exponent by number of months. Yeah, divided by 1 plus the interest exponent of number of months minus 1. So here we just put some text to show to the user. So calculate the monthly installment, display and accept loan amount. Yep. And then next we're going to accept interest rate, and then we're going to accept how many years the loan will be servicing. Yep. And then we're going to just display to the user what we have entered. So for the purpose of presentation, we move this to another variable, loan amount, which have the formatted format of the display. Now in order to calculate the interest, we need to do step-by-step approach. Yeah, first we need to calculate the interest rate. Yeah, but this way, interest rate computed is interest rate multiplied by 12, and then we again need to get a percentage. We need to divide by 100. So this is why we get interest rate computed 100% divided by 100. Of course, the loan amount will be multiply how many years multiplied by 12, that will get the loan amount. And for the calculation in a bracket, we're gonna have to first we need to calculate the bracket first, 1 plus whatever calculation, whatever interest that we calculated, and then we need to slowly break up the calculation step by step. First, we need to calculate what is in here, and then we just next we will calculate this by the exponent, and then when we multiply all these as one single calculation. And similarly, we do the same for the denominator. So the program is quite simple. So much we understand what we need to do. So finally we have the top denominator is this one. And then we have calculate the denominator, and then finally we calculate the equal monthly installment by dividing the first the top over the denominator, and finally we will just print what is the output after that operation. So once we run this, you'll be able to get the calculation. So let's exit. Let's just recompile again and just run. So we still get this. So we can now enter 6%, 5 years, and this is how we get the result. So this is one example of real case scenario where COBOL will be used in most organization. Now you've seen how COBOL will be used in most practical situation, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comment if there are any real case COBOL application you would like us to explore. With that, thank you for your time, and we see you again in the next episode. Bye bye.